Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you have had a fantastic Christmas with family, friends, and whatever. You've basically, hopefully, had some time off as well over the festive period. I certainly have, and I've been itching though to get back in and do this because I have missed it. I have honestly not touched a plane, real life or virtual, since our Lapland special live stream that we did well over 2 weeks ago. So this is going to be great for me because I'm sure I will forget something. Even when just setting everything up to stream, I had to restart the sim 3 times because I kept forgetting to put some stuff into the community folder. It's just can tell I'm certainly out of practice. But really hope you guys have had a fantastic break over the Christmas period. Yeah, Happy New Year to all of you. Let's hope, as I've just seen someone say in the chat, let's hope Flight Sim 24 will pan out for us here in Flight Sim 2025. A flight tonight from Manchester to Amsterdam. Not the longest flight in the world, but with a couple of reasons for this. Loads of VATSIM ATC online at the moment for this. The weather in Amsterdam looks interesting. And actually my parents are doing this flight in real life first thing tomorrow morning. Although they're opting for some strange Boeing aircraft and a blue and white airline. But less said about that, the better. Yeah, that's why I fancy doing that. Plus which, it's just a really nice flight. There's no real time pressure for this. Our slot time is 9 o'clock this evening, so just under an hour. Gives us time to go through everything, get set up. I've not set anything up briefing-wise, so you're going to be with me for all of that because this is one of our real ops flights that we're doing tonight. Also gives me a chance to say hello to all of you. I can see loads of you coming in on the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. I know it's a bit strange, isn't it, when we've had such a break. So honestly, really, really great to see all of you guys jumping in on the chat as we start for our first stream here in the new year 2025. So good evening, DC, J-Hog, Vince, Lee, Clever Trevor also in the chat as well. Elliot Woodford's also here. Hey Elliot, happy new year to you, and also everyone else watching, of course, on YouTube and also over on Twitch as well. Pel Vanderwerf says if we hurry up a little, I'm currently mentoring someone on the ground at Amsterdam. I would imagine it's probably going to be around 10 o'clock Zulu time, so 2200 hours when we get into Amsterdam. So if you're still there, that'd be awesome. If not, obviously nothing we can do about it. But yeah, that's the plan. I want to try and get in before that a little bit if we can. But yes, so Flight Sim 24 is our choice of aircraft tonight. It's very choice of simulator tonight. It is very busy here, and hence why we've also single runway ops at the moment as well here at Manchester. Manchester Airport in real life has had not a great 48 hours. It's been closed most mornings due to snow, which is melting throughout the day, so all should be fine now. Yeah, they've had some, well, the whole of the UK has had some real issues with the snow and weather. Birmingham Airport coming into its own as a great place to fly into as an alternate. Lots of the heavies that are meant to come into Manchester going there. Does make me think, if only Doncaster Sheffield Airport was open, then who knows? We might have actually got that. We might have actually seen quite a bit of traffic coming into my local closed airport at the moment. Christian's in the chat. Hey, Christian, celebrating 46 months. 46 months. Happy New Year to you, Christian. Great to see you on board as well. Chris Wright says, ironically, Christmas and New Year was the first time when I reconnected with Flight Sim for a long time. Loved it. Ended up with Flight Sim 2020 though. 24 is a way to go. Chris, you are probably right, and that sounds like a very safe choice. Andy says, Happy New Year. Just wanted to confirm that live weather conditions are only available in live time in 24. Is that correct? Andy, I'm not actually sure. I think you can. I think you do live weather at any time. If memory serves, pretty sure you can. Class says, Happy New Year from a storm in Denmark this evening. Yes, it seems to be stormy in Denmark and also in Amsterdam, where we're heading as well today. Virtual pilot, Doncaster is meant to be reopening. That is indeed true, with first flights scheduled for around this time next year, I believe. So we shall wait and see. Oh, right, well, where's my operational flight plan? find that. 1 second. And we'll have a look through, see what it is. Where is my operational flight plan? Ah, there we go. Yeah, so let's have a quick look at this, see what we've got. So who are we tonight? We are Easy27 Hotel Alpha. Not heavy. We're in the 320 with Sharklets, unloaded by 3.6 tons. Takeoff weight 61, even with extra fuel on. We're probably going to be close on max landing weight, so I don't need to really worry about that. Alternate is Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome. Trip wind is in our favour tonight, so that's good. Cruising flight level 3-5. Expecting shear rate is fine. Expecting to get off runway 23 right, coming in on 27. Plug fuel is just under 4.7 tons. CNR is 2. We're probably going to take some extra fuel because of the weather that we've got coming up. We'll have a little look at that in a moment. This is, of course, the flight route. Nothing concerning us there. Let's have a look then. So, Schiphol at the moment. Let's see. We've got good visibility, but windy, gusting up to, blowing up to 21 knots, and then becoming, as the evening goes on, gusting 27. So runway 21, we're planning on runway 27. So there's going to be a decent crosswind, I think, tonight. 10, 12 knots, depending on how that pans out. Also some CBs knocking about, light showers of rain, but visibility is all fine, so it's looking like it's going to be a Cat 1 approach, which is good, actually. I need to check something, because the last time I was looking at Schiphol's runway 27. We had no ILS, it was bust, so we need to check that out on the note tabs in a minute. We've also got Rotterdam, Brussels, Dusseldorf and Maastricht as our alternates tonight. All of those similar conditions with regards to visibility, so that's fine. Yeah, so there you can see there's the weather all shown here. The higher the numbers, the better, so they're not too bad. No real cause for concern. Let's have a look. So what have we got? Flying of model aircraft within okay, don't need to worry about that. Taxiway Charlie is closed, works delayed until 24th January 25. Alright. Pappies for 2-3 left, don't need to worry about that. Schiphol then, let's see, what anything here that need to worry about. Just have a look, see if there's anything closed, anything that's going to affect us in the sim. I don't think there are. Having a look at the runways, there we go. ILS runway 36 Charlie downgraded to Cat 3. Supports Cat 3 operation. Oh, okay. Oh, right, so the ILS for 2 seconds working, that's good. Dog Fury, good afternoon, good evening, and Happy New Year to you, Doug. Great to see you on board this evening for our first flight of 2025. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, all right. So there's nothing really much there that I'm worried about. That's flight plan. Let's have a look at the weather chart. So that's our flight route, straight out, and over the Channel, North Sea. Whichever that is. It made me laugh the other day. So, as you know, I flew to Lapland, Katila, in real life. I spent Christmas there with the family this year, which was awesome. But it did make me laugh because as we departed, for those of you who have watched this channel for many years now, every ocean is the Atlantic Ocean, thanks to a cock-up I made many moons ago. But it made me laugh because we took off, the Easyjet pilot, we took off as we were flying over there. He was saying that our route would take us north up the backbone of England, over Newcastle, and then out over the Atlantic Ocean towards Scandinavia. I thought, brilliant. It made me feel great. After he said that, I actually did burst out laughing in the cabin when he announced that. much to some strange looks, I'm sure. Right. So yeah, that's all fine. So what fuel we're going to take with them with wins now? We've got plenty of space to throw in some extra fuel, and given how busy it is tonight and the weather and things, I think if we throw an extra ton on board, then that should be fine. So we will take 5.7 tons of fuel. So that's yeah, that's going to be my plan. Let me go in here. We will. I've updated GSX because obviously that has that's had an update now, hasn't it? Do we get wing walkers now? Did I read somewhere? Supply and load the aircraft. GSX boarding and refueling. Hopefully that'll work and not crash things. Hey Luke says, long day for me today, waiting to be de-iced for 4 hours. Luckily didn't run out of hours and got to fly in the snowy paradise today. Was great but long, passengers were getting a bit annoyed. Yeah, we had to de-ice as well. When we were flying back from Catilla, it was all going well until earlier on that evening, until we were actually on the plane. It then started throwing it and getting down with snow. So obviously at that point, everything stops. The runway needed clearing twice, actually. We needed de-icing. Obviously when you're de-icing, the packs get turned off, it gets very warm and stuffy in the cabin, not great for the kids, which that kind of flight that time of year was full of kids. So yeah, it was interesting. All the while I'm sat there going, it's fine. And we were on a 321 there, 320 back. We were sat right over the wing, and oh, the PTU sound, God, that was loud. And it still amazes me now, the amount of people, as soon as the PTU kicks in, you see everyone sort of grip the armchairs tight, knuckle white, and go, oh my God, what's that? We can't fly on this thing, surely. Those of you in the know will, I'm sure, sit there quite happily. And Jayhawk's celebrating 31 months of channel membership. That does indeed seem like a lifetime, Jayhawk. Right, so we are refueling. Aircraft is in its turnaround state. I need to set up my EFB as well. So let's do that, because then we can use this obviously for the charts. My favourite thing about this, although my sim appears to have just stopped. So that's not good. I've just called the tablet up and the sim's crashed. Brilliant. Excellent. Everything's crashed. Funnily enough, I'm not even sure if we're still working anymore. Oh, this is annoying. This is very annoying. I don't know if Streamlabs has crashed or if the sim has crashed. Which is it? Can you guys even still hear me? Honestly, I think my Streamlabs has just had a moment. In fact, my Streamlabs has definitely had a moment. What's going on here? So you guys can all hear me. That's fine. Streamlabs is still transmitting. I've just heard that fateful chime. You know, the Windows chime to tell me that something's not working correctly. What is going on? Well, Streamlabs has crashed into... It's lost the chat. I'm actually reading the chat on YouTube, which is very interesting. The sim seems to no longer be responsive. Christian says, what happens when you try tab out and in again? What, you mean the tab is in the EFB, the tablet, or do you mean actually tabbing in and out of the sim? If I can rescue this, I will. If not, it's going to be depressing. I so want to fly. I so want to fly in 2024. I really do. Christian actually tabbing out of the sim. Let's see. Alt-Enter should fix it. Should we try it? Oh, no, we didn't. The sim appears to have got a bit of a mind of its own at the minute. It's... Can you even see it on screen at the moment? Something went very wrong with my Streamlabs. All my Streamlabs settings have just disappeared. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Alright, okay, now I can see what you can see. So you guys can see all of the screen still, can't you? Which is fine. Except this is not working. The sim is silent. vPilot says that the sim has crashed. Paul says Alt-Enter, Alt-Tab, try and reselect. Let me see. No, I actually cannot get this to work at all. Chris says it's the kind of stuff that sent me back to 2020 apart from you, Mr. PMDG. Yeah. Vince, you can still see the mouse moving. I know, yeah, the mouse is still moving. I can't move around. You can also see as well, it has frozen because look, none of the lights or the strobes or anything around the airfield are actually moving. I'm convinced this is still a memory issue. Paul says it uninstalled 24 already just because of the bugs. Honestly, I was thinking, you know, New Year, come on. This is it. This'll work. But I know I'm not the only one, Steve. But let me just have a quick look, see what's happening. Good old-fashioned Control-Alt-Delete. Let me just bring up the Task Manager, see what this says. Oh, you can tell it's bust. Can I bring that in? Yeah, have a look at this. Look, it's not even doing anything. Not responding. Broken. Well, how annoying is that? Funnily enough, it did something, and if you noticed in the background as well, all the music stopped as well, which was annoying. Because it basically just kicked me out of everything. Streamlabs stopped on my end for a moment. All my websites shut down. So yeah, there you are. It needs more patching. I'm not sure patching is the right word. It needs a lot more than that. Oh, Christian says he needs to stop watching my streams. Every time I do a 2024 stream, it stops working. Virtual Pilot says just having Flight Sim 2020. Lovely. It seems Flight Sim 2020 is the way to go, doesn't it? It does. It does. Right. Okay. I've still got time to... Because we weren't doing a long flight tonight, I've still got time to do this flight. What are we going to do? Do you want me to try and... do you want to try again in Flight Sim 24, or do you want me to just dump it and go to 2020? Type it in the chat, 2020 or 2024. We'll do a bit of an unofficial poll, see what happens. I can restart either, and we'll have another go. Like I said, we've not actually started setting anything up, so... I still have 2020 in the installed, so it's not a problem. Lots of people saying 2020 is the way to go. You might be right. It's just how many times have we been here so far? How many times? And I think It was very strange to me that this happened at the moment that I brought the tablet up. Christian says 2024, but you only got 10 minutes to configure for takeoff. And that's it, Christian. That is how it seems at the minute, isn't it? That is exactly how it seems. It's almost like you're time limited. Alright. Let's get rid of that. I'll shut this down. Shut this down. I can't even close it. The sim won't even close. Goodbye, Flight Sim 24. It's just so frustrating that is the case. It really, really is. So let me get rid of that. I really want to try 24 again. Do we dare? Do we dare? Let me just see what I've actually got installed in 2020. I might need to just install some stuff in there. Because I haven't actually got that much anymore. Because obviously I don't want to double. I don't want to double things up. So. Dark says, are you sure it's not an issue with things like say intentions? No. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, I tell you what I'm going to do. I will try 24 again, just because I've got everything in there. Christian says we could just assume the pub, the airport's closed and we all go to the pub instead. Right. I'm going to close say intentions, just in case. I don't think it is that, I'll be honest. What else have I got running? Have I got anything else running? Relay cars, we'll close relay cars. I like that program, we'll close that, just in case. Just in case. I will try once more. I will try once more with 24. I really want 24 to work. But the issue that many of us sort of say or think it is that there is a memory leak somewhere. There's a memory leak somewhere, and that's what's causing the issue. So they need to nail that. They need to nail that. They need to solve it. They need to fix the leak, because I just don't think we can. I'll be honest. For those of you that were watching the Lapland stream, we obviously had something very similar happen, didn't we? In fact, we had the exact same thing happen. I tried it 3 times, and it bugged out. We ended up going back into 2020. Luckily, I got the whole day to sort that, so it wasn't an issue. But I think if this isn't fixed, and I end up crashing out again tonight, I don't think I can stream 2024 anymore. And I don't know what to do to stream 2024. I just don't think it's possible. Paul says he's also had it with a complete empty community folder. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with what's in your community folder or not. Reza, is it a PC upgrade time? I don't think it is, because I don't think it's a PC issue. There are people reporting all the set. Oh God, look how rubbish that video's playing. I don't think it is a PC issue. I keep seeing reports of people flying in 2024 with you know, state-of-the-art PCs, and it's still not working. Still not working for them. What's really annoying is, up until the Lapland stream, and obviously tonight, I was having good performance with the sim. I was having good performance with the sim, and I was enjoying the sim, and we had some live streams with the sim, and it was good. In fact, there you go. Chicagoland Design says I can't with the PC. I have a 4090 i9, still have CTDs. Yeah. And there are people with a minimal spec PC who are running it perfectly. Do you know what I might do? I might just... Might not look as good. Let me lower my graphics settings. Just looking for something. Anything. I might just lower the graphics settings. What I am going to have to do, I'm not quite sure why I'm not quite sure what's going on here. My chat disappeared. Oh, there we go. I've got it back now. So yeah, I'm going to lower the graphics settings just to see what that does. Christian, it's only a little over a month old. 2020 had worse issues in the beginning. See, I don't know if it did, Christian. Not for me anyway. I'm not sure I can agree with that. I don't ever recall getting this many CTDs. Chris Hall, good evening, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Guido says, but why do we have to go through the same pain all again? Should the Azoba team not have learned from the 2020 experience? Well, again, yes, this is true. This is true. Christian says 2020 in the beginning crashed almost every third flight. For me, Christian, it never did. It was really, really good for me. Server Evidence, mate, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Really appreciate that. Simulated Sky says, been pretty lucky with 24. Only time you've had a CTD was when using Say Intentions. That's interesting. Well, I've shut Say Intentions down now, just in case that was an issue. I'm not convinced it was, but guess we'll find out, won't we? Because I'm going to do exactly the same now. We've got all the flights planned. You know, we were about to just start. We've just been through the brief. Well, no, we've just been through the OFP. We'll get ourselves set up, we'll try and push back, and get in there. Aaron, do the Phoenix players work in 24? Yeah, they appear to. So, stick with me, and let's see how we get on. Oh, I have got some exciting news for you, just whilst we're waiting for this to reload. So many of you will know that we obviously have our channel partners Builds and also the Contrail store, and down at the bottom of your screen you'll be familiar with that discount code which we have. That discount code is a one-time use only code. However, that has been reset for the new year. So if you have used it before, you can now use it again this year. So jot that down, and hopefully if you if you do get the chance to purchase something from the discount from the Contrail store, then you will be able to use that discount code again. Right, I'm just checking my VAT map so it can spawn in. And hopefully not spawn in the middle of somebody else. Is gate 8 still free? Oh no, it's not. Right, let's flick over to the other side. We'll go gate 7. I'm gonna go gate 7 and start the flight. Fingers crossed. No say intentions this time. As I say, I'm not convinced that's the issue. But we will see what happens. Dare I use the EFP? I don't even like this error accessing live data. Just shut up. I don't care. I don't even use it anyway. Live weather, real time. Alright, shut that down. Let me get on the VATSIM network. See, that's another thing as well, obviously. It's pulling in, using resources for that. We'll see if we can actually get any further this time. One thing I will get rid of as well is the EFBs. These always used to save a few frame rates. I don't know if you recall that. I don't know if it does in this, but it did in 2020. Peter ATCO, Happy New Year to you, and indeed Merry Belated Christmas. And you have been here for a whopping 34 months now, Peter. That is awesome. Thank you so much for your kind support during that time. Really do appreciate that. Right. So,
traffic EV202 taking off 23 right, Manchester traffic.
And let's just get rid of that. Let's get a little bit of light in on the situation and reset everything how it should be up there. There we go. So, I mean, in terms of smoothness, all seems okay. I've got my usual master caution warning, but that's not a problem. So let's just start with the loading then. What we're going to do, we're taking 5.7 tons. We'd already said that's what we were doing. So that can hopefully crack on with that. And with that, let's go through the. Let's go through and check, as we were about to do. Everything's in the turnaround stage, so. Fingers crossed. Right, so obviously we've got the pumps off and external power packs are off at the moment. APU shouldn't be on. Get that off. We don't need that running. Ground control, that's fine. And just come down here. Check. We've got spoilers, flaps, parking brakes, walking 2000. Acupressure is in the green. That's fine. And then let's come down and grab the any ATIS information. ATIS is not around in Manchester for some reason. Ground is online, but we've got no ATIS information, which is very strange. So let me just grab the latest meta and see what happens with see what's happening there. Yeah, ATIS not available. Okay, so we've got winds 280 at 7, so yeah, that's going to run away 2, 3. Got a few clouds 2, 1. Temperature 4. QNH is 989. Tempo 4,000 meters visibility. Showers of rain and snow, so sleet, basically. Any data request whilst it's doing that? Let's just check that QNH. What was it? 989 hectopascals. That is low, actually, isn't it? 989 hectopascals. Make sure we're monitoring the guard frequency. Yes, we are. It's fine. Switching panel, thrust levers, engine mode, mass selection. Make sure these are correctly configured, which they are. Why am I using my mouse? I've got hardware here. 989, that's fine. Initial climb out of Manchester is 5,000 feet. just set that. Lovely. Okay, so let's start setting her up. IRS, we've got our 3.5 greens. GPS is obviously working. Aircraft status, AirX cycle, and CFM engines, they're okay. So, init request. Say target, flight 24, why is the Fenix and the 320 not moving after pushback, even though engines are on, parking brakes are on? Make sure that the tug isn't still connected. That would be my first red flag. Right, flight number, what are we? Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Cost index 4. Cruising at 35,000. Oh, hang on, no, not pop that in yet. Download all the winds. Then we'll pop in the altitude. IRS init. 5321 north, 264 west. Yeah, that's fine. I can hear passengers coming on board now. Right, flight level, what did I say? It's 350 and a temperature of 49. Alright, off 23 left, Sonics 1 Romeo departure. Did I say 23 left? I don't mean 23 left at all, I mean 23 right. Sonics 1 Romeo departure. And then Amsterdam's arrival is planned to be the ILS 27, Lamzo 2 Alpha. And I think it comes via Sugol. I will check that, but I'm pretty certain it's Sugol. Usually it's coming in from the west. 312, and I've got 315 miles on the operational flight plan, so happy that they match up. Good. Peter ATC on May, thank you so much. Incredibly kind donation there. Says free pre-departure donation 2025. Many more to come. Well, let's hope we can actually depart, Peter. That's the first hurdle for Peter. Thank you so much. Your support is amazing and always has been. So really generous. Thank you so much for that again. So we're going to put in the Pole Hill. We'll monitor those. That's fine. So that's a RadNav page done. Okay, on to our init. Init B.
Boarding pass, please.
Slot notification. That's fine.
This way, please.
Okay, what we got here? Yeah, that's how to avoid. Accept that. So zero fuel weight is 30.8.
Good evening.
That's the CFG, sorry. So yeah, zero fuel weight is 27.3.
Welcome on board.
With a CFG of 30.8.
Hello. Good evening.
What have I just popped in there? There was something wrong. 57.3. Did I put 37.3 in there?
Welcome on board.
Fuel for our alternate 1.2 tons.
May I see your boarding pass?
Get the fuel planning.
Hello. Welcome on board. This way, please.
Okay, so 4.3 and we're taking 5.7.
This way, please. Boarding pass.
So that's takeoff weight of 62.8. That's fine. That's not going to bother us in case we have to land back quickly.
This way, please.
And let's now do our departure performance calculations. Alright, so we're off 2-3 right. It's not dry. We've got wet runway. We'll go flaps 1. No need to force toga. Anti-ice will be on. Packs will be off. That takeoff weight is 62.8. And that CFG for takeoff is 29.3.
This way, please. Welcome on board.
See the latest data. In section data, we'll choose information Mike. Just realised you can't see what I'm doing. There we are. Hopefully you can now. Information Mike. I'm just going to send those to the box, save a bit of time. So, we've got performance speeds then of 122, 134, 137. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Flaps 1, flex of 61. Okay, so Manchester. Alright, so SimSmart, I could go for Charlie. At least I know faffing around with this isn't the sim, so you shouldn't break it. Runway 23 right. Thrust acceleration 1249, 1249, 1249. So let's just all update those. Actually, it's not now, it's 1049. 200 feet off of these.
Hello.
So, usual noise abatement 2.
May I see your boarding pass?
And engine out procedure is 1800 feet, right turn to the Mersey hold. So, secondary flight plan, copy the active.
Welcome on board. May I see your boarding pass?
Hold at Mersey, inbound course was 061 and right turns.
Hello. Good evening.
And then, of course, back to Manchester
Welcome on board.
if the worst has happened. Of course, if the worst happens, is a crash to the desktop. It's not actually an engine out. we can still fly with one engine not working. Can't fly with a PC and a simulator not working.
Hello. Hello. Welcome on board.
Okay. Just double check that looks good.
Welcome on board.
Which it does.
Hello.
Right.
Good evening.
Let me get my charts up.
This way, please.
And I will not be using the EFB. I'd love to use the EFB. I've raved about this EFB. I've said it's so good, but the last time I brought it up, the sim crashed. So I'm not going to bring up the EFB just
This way, please.
in case. So, still have my subscription here to Avia Planner, which is a good job. All right, so. Let's go through our flight then today. So, weather here in Manchester is just a bit wintry, isn't it? We've got tempo visibility of 4 kilometres, light showers of rain and snow in the vicinity. So we're using wet runway performance, and anti-ice will be on for our departure. Weather en route is fine. Weather coming into Amsterdam a bit blustery at the minute. It's manageable. It should be fun. Aircraft is fully serviceable apart from the weather radar. No times for either airport today. Let's have a look at what we're doing and where we're going then. So we are parked stand 7, which is here. So we're going to taxi facing south. Then we'll take Juliet Echo. Then it'll be down from Juliet Echo onto Juliet. We've got figures for Mike 1, or we can go full length if required. We're happy with Manchester, so no real concerns with the taxi there. The departure is the Sonics 1 Romeo, so that's straight out 23 right, 3 miles from the Mike Charlie Tango VOR. That right turn then starting, which takes us up here and then towards the Sonics waypoint. Initial climb is 5,000 feet. There are no speed restrictions, so we'll just have managed speed, clean up as we go, and transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Threats to be aware of: I don't believe any ATC is online after we've left the ground, so we're on our own there. And the sim is obviously the biggest threat. But yeah, obviously we've got a bit of terrain as well as we're climbing out. We've got the Pennines, you can just see those down here to the right. Other than that, that is it. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Will be good. So, we're just waiting for them to finish boarding. We should be pushing back in 8 minutes. See, technically, even with the CTD, we're not late, which is good. So, Fabian says, to be fair, his flight sim 24 has been pretty stable for the last 2 weeks. I mean, that is brilliant. It's so annoying for everyone for whom it's not been stable for, but it's great for you. This was the first time I've flown it though since the stream, the Lapland stream, and let's face it, that didn't work. Captain Samuel 738. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us this evening. So yeah, we're just waiting for. I'm just waiting for them to sort themselves out. Let's contact clearance delivery 121705. Let's see what we've got. I've also got some 80s now. 12198. I'm not going to tune it. I'm just going to read it. So that is information Golf. Romeo's 23 right. Single runway operations. Visibility is fine. Information Golf QNH 989, fine. Right, let's give him a call.
Where's the top please? Ryanair 42 Delta Papa.
Manchester, clearance delivery, good evening, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, stand 7, A320 with information Golf, requesting IFR clearance to Schiphol.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, Manchester Ground, hello, your number 2 for clearance, standby. And Ryanair 42 Delta Papa cleared Dillon, Pole Hill 5, Romeo departure, squawk 6015.
Back him out, Stu. Yeah, so basically,
Ryanair 42 Delta Papa.
Obviously, when you're flying high up, you're flying on max speed.
015.
During the descent,
aircraft type and stand number.
Then the aircraft will automatically then start to fly you at a speed of knots, and you basically just
and Ryanair
use that at the particular time ATC tells you. When one switches from Mach to knots, that's usually the time where both are equal to each other.
27 Hotel Alpha, sorry, just put your stand number.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha is stand 7.
And Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, thanks, cleared to Amsterdam, Sonics 1, Romeo departure, squawk 7027.
Cleared by the Sonics 1 Romeo and squawk 7027 for Easy 27 Hotel Alpha.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, the readback correct, QNH 989 hectopascals, report ready this frequency.
And we'll report ready, thanks Easy 27 Hotel Alpha.
And delivery, good evening, Chenix 18 Mike, requesting.
Right, so we're just waiting for the aircraft to be loaded, really. It's last thing holding us up. We're all briefed, we're waiting to go. In fact, I think we've just been told we're ready. So, I'm just going to get the APU started up. Might actually get away on time, which will be a blooming miracle. So APU is starting. Fuel pumps, they can come on. Seatbelt signs on now. Peter, you're almost correct there. Love it. You can give us the detailed answer, Peter. I go for simplistic. it's my motto in life. Right, so just wait for the APU. We'll get the ground to disconnect the ground power, and then we'll get going. Go. APU is up and running. Okay, ground power is now clear to disconnect the GPU. We'll give that a minute. APU bleed will come on. I've got a company message, probably just confirming our load, fingers crossed. So what have we got? 30.8, that's bang on. 29.3, that's bang on as well. And confirmed fuels 5.7 and balanced. Beautiful. Alright, so copy prep checklist. Aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 5,700 kilograms. Checked and balanced. Seatbelt signs right. Ideas, we've got the 3.5 green. The BRF QNH is 989 hectopascals. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get back on frequency. Easy 27 Hotel Alpha stand 7. We're now ready for push.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, report you're cleared FID.
And Easy 27 Hotel Alpha has been cleared by the Sonics 1 Romeo.
And Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, thanks for position, contact ground 121 decimal 855. I don't know if you streamed, but have a good stream.
121.855, we are indeed, so thanks for the service tonight, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Good night.
Good night.
Bunch delivery, Easy 828 is also ready for push and start, stand 5.
Easy 828 to report you're cleared FID.
Cleared FID.
Manchester ground, good evening, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, stand 7, ready for push and start.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, Manchester ground, hello, stand 7, push and start approved, face south.
Push and start approved, facing south for Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Lovely, so, got the beacon light on, transponders on. See if GSX is going to work.
Conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Icing conditions. Icing conditions. I mean, technically, it is. We are going to be departing with anti-ice on, but we don't need de-icing. It's not that bad. So, Peter, yeah, the on-conversion. This means the descent should be completed by the point at which you transition from flight levels to the altitude. Oh, okay.
Shamrock 753.
Yeah, because it's then...
Just quickly exceeded over on Juliet Foxtrot.
Once you've leveled off at that altitude, that's when you're flying on the at knot speed, isn't it? Yeah. Makes good, clear sense now. Wayne, mate, thank you so much for your $5 tips. And time to buy more mouse batteries. Oh. We need more than mouse batteries to help the sim run. But thank you, mate. Really appreciate that.
Ground, good evening, KLM 270 Heavy, holding Alpha 4, going to parking number 8.
KLM 270, Manchester ground, hello, stand number 8 is unable to accommodate a 787-10. Can I refer a different stand instead?
Yeah, wherever you think I should go.
Okay, so before start, checklist.
KLM 270, Roger.
Parking brake is on. Takeoff data, we need to now confirm this again as part of new SOPs. So we've got 122.134.137, that's confirmed with myself and you. Windows are closed, heads are on flight mode, doors are closed, and armed.
1012,
Beacon
KLM
light is on.
270 Heavy, thank you.
Manchester ground, Easy 828, stand 5, ready for push and start.
Easy 828, Manchester ground, hello, hold position.
Hold position, Easy 828.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set. Release parking brakes, please.
And parking brakes released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Right, noticeable steering is disconnected. The icing conditions, we're not going to take heed of that because it's... yeah, there are no icing conditions here. Look at the wing walkers. Beautiful. Right, so engine mode selector to ignition and starting engine 1. I mean, this is why I truly do hope that Flight Sim 24 holds out, just because nighttime flying in 24 is amazing. And Spooper says, good evening from clearance delivery at Manchester. That is awesome, mate. Thank you for being on stream. Great to have you on. Trust you're having a busy evening. What the hell is that?
Manchester ground, good evening. Easy 67 Alpha Bravo, taxiing off 3.
Easy 67 Alpha Bravo, Manchester ground. Hello, welcome to Manchester. Taxi stand 2 via Alpha, Delta, and Lima.
Andrew, how am I finding flight sim 24? Ask me again at the end of the evening, please.
7 Alpha Bravo.
Engine 1's available, starting engine 2.
Please set parking brakes.
And parking brakes are set.
Unlocking gear.
It's a Hello Kitty citation. Oh, I tell you what I have had. In fact, most of my family have had. We had an amazing Christmas as we went away. Honestly, we did. It was fantastic. But we have all had a bad flu. And I don't mean a head cold. I mean a serious, wipe you out 2-3 days. My wife's still recovering. It's not been great. The kids bounced back nicely, but I don't know if you can tell it. Even in my chest, it's still a little bit rattly. And I know so many people that have suffered the same.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Engine 2 is stable as well. Okay, so engine mode selector to normal. Got worried about the packs then. APU bleed off and anti-ice can come on. APU master come off. Spoilers, rudder, flaps 1, set our trim. And the after start checklist. So anti-ice is on engines, ecam status is checked, pitch trim is 29.3 and rudder is neutral. We'll do a flight control check while we're here. So full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, neutral. Ground Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, ready for taxi, and we can take Mike this evening.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, thanks. Taxi to make Kilo 1 for now via Juliet Echo, Foxtrot and Kilo, and I'll relay it.
Taxi holder point, Kilo 1 via Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Kilo Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Right. Quick look just to doubly make sure where we're going. So Juliet Echo and where's Kilo 1?
Easy 828, once cleared the company A320 behind, stand 5, push and start approved, straight push facing west.
Once clear, company A320 behind, clear for push and start, straight push face west, Easy 828.
Shamrock 753 Manchester ground.
Go ahead, Shamrock 753.
Shamrock
Good evening,
753, how long till you ready for taxi?
Brake check. It's fine.
Be ready to taxi in about 1 minute. Just having a issue.
Lovely. Okay,
Shamrock
so no
753.
change to our performance
753, no
then.
worries.
Usual flex departure. Engine out procedure is straight out 1800 feet, right turn Mersey. We'll take up the hold 4,000 feet. Departure is straight out 3 miles MCT, right turn, and our initial climb is 5,000 with the MSA is 3,500. Noise abatement 2. I mean, you've got to be honest, looking at the performance of this, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it looks spectacular.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, continue taxi straight ahead, hold Juliet 4 and expect Mike 1 for departure.
Continue taxi, hold Juliet 4 and we can expect Mike's 1. Thank you, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. So that's basically the next holding point along. It's not far. So we're at Kilo 1 just here and Juliet 4 is the next stop. Christian, why do I get air traffic day drivers? I wish I knew. Which app did I shut down to get 24 running? The only thing I've not got running is Say Intentions.
Manchester ground, Shamrock 753, ready for taxi.
Interesting.
Shamrock 753, roger, standby, brake right there, 43 Delta Papa, Manchester ground.
J-Hog, I forgot about that redeemed chaff. So there's Juliet 4.
Shamrock 753, ground taxi to the wing, Juliet 4, via Juliet, Foxtrot and Juliet.
Okay, taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked, flap setting is config 1, FMA
Taxi to Juliet
122
4 via
blue,
Juliet
137 magenta, climb up blue,
753.
5000 blue. Radar predictive which is on, engine mode selector is normal. ECAM memo takeoff, no blue, and the EFB is stowed. So, the reason I'm getting the air traffic data errors is not because I'm using
Ready for taxi.
not because I'm using air traffic.
8 roger, taxi to the wing, Kilo 1 for
I'm
now,
not, I'm
via
on VATSIM.
Juliet, Echo, Foxtrot and Kilo.
So we don't need it.
Kilo 1 via Juliet.
But I have live traffic turned
Echo,
on
Foxtrot and Kilo, Easyjet 28.
for sea maritime traffic. That's what it's on for. Noodle doodle, good evening to you.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, the aircraft in front seems like it's disappeared.
Yes.
Taxi to the wing, Mike 1 via Juliet.
Continue taxi, hold Mike 1 via Juliet for Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Oh god. And Easy 27 Hotel Alpha holding position.
And it seems to reappear. Just hold position for the time being. Thanks for being proactive.
Christian, maybe it's searching for data of the Titanic then. Did that have GPS?
My apologies for the GPS pushback. Not acting up today. Quick taxi.
Right now, 42 Delta Papa. It happens, sorry, taxi on a point, Juliet 1, runway 23 right, via Juliet.
Cancel master caution, disregard.
Taxi Juliet 1, 22 right via Juliet.
I've got I can't find there's a model matching issue that I've got. This is a Ryanair, it's not a Lauda. Obviously Lauda and Ryanair, they use the same codes, don't they? Now they bought them out. But yeah, there's a model matching issue somewhere. I can't for the life of me find where it is. I just need to delete every Lauda. I mean, who flies that airline anyway? Sean, Kerry, good afternoon, good evening, and a happy new year to you. It's great to be back, Sean. Great to be back. Frustrating as always when the sim crashes, but great to be back nonetheless. Just a reminder, if you are joining us, our discount code has been refreshed for you all. So if you've used it in the past on the contract store, you can now use it again this year. So yes, do enjoy that and get yourself 10% off.
And it's a 27 Hotel Alpha, just give away to the Ryanair in front and then continue taxi Mike 1 via Juliet.
Keep away to the Ryanair, and then we'll continue taxi to Juliet. Hold Mike 1, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Thanks. Christian, is it Ryanair flying as an Airbus? Yeah, Christian, that's the only reason, that's the only thing I can think of.
Continue taxi, Honda Point, Juliet 1, runway 23 right, via Juliet.
Do taxi, holding point Juliet 1 by Juliet, Easyjet 28.
Right,
4 says it's not a bad thing to mask all the pesky Ryanairs.
Right, 42 does Papa contact Manchester Town now, 118.630, bye-bye.
118.0, push there, what is the problem?
When it works though, do we not agree that Flight Sim 24, particularly at night, just looks absolutely stunning?
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, contact Manchester Town now, 118.630. Have a good flight and have a good stream too, bye-bye.
118.630 on for Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, and thanks so much for the service. Good night.
And Easy 828, you can contact Manchester Town now, 118.630, bye-bye.
421, what's the problem?
Manchester Tower, good evening, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha on Juliet.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, Manchester Tower, good evening to you, hold Mike 1.
Hold up Mike 1 for Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Clever, you can't see any difference, Clever, you joking?
Ryanair 431, you can expect late landing clearance, surface winds 260 degrees and 9 knots.
Expect late landing clearance, Ryanair 431.
See 2 aircraft I think on final as well. The night lighting is
Tower, Easy 828, rolling on Juliet in sequence for Juliet 1.
Easy 828 to Manchester Tower, roger.
If I could have the okay, Clever, let me give you another question to ponder then. If you could have the stability of Flight Sim 2020 with the appearance and features of 2024, would you take it? Because I think that picture there is stunning. Where's his landing gear? Hopefully that's just a model issue.
Ryanair 42 Delta Papa behind the landing company Boeing 737-800, currently at 2 miles. By Juliet 1, line up runway 23 right behind.
Zizi, you want to get this? We have no idea how to navigate and communicate. Is there good instructions built into the game? I think there are lessons built into it, yes, definitely.
Shuttle 2 Alpha, vacate right as soon as able, traffic on short final.
We are vacated now, Shuttle 2 Alpha.
Shuttle Alpha, thank you, break, Ryanair 431, runway 23 right, cleared to land.
Good land, 23 right, Ryanair 421.
Shuttle 2 Alpha, welcome to Manchester, taxi right on Bravo, hold Bravo 2.
Bravo, hold Bravo 2, Shuttle 2 Alpha.
And Shuttle 2 Alpha, contact Manchester ground 121.855, goodbye.
121.855, thanks. Bye-bye.
I just even think that scene that we're looking at here on screen looks beautiful. Andrew says lighting in the daytime and night time is very good in 24, especially the daytime lighting, shaders, clouds, awesome in 24. Yeah, agree with that. Definitely agree.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha behind the departing Ryanair Boeing 737-800 from full length. Via Mike 1, line up runway 23 right behind.
Behind the departing Ryanair, line up runway 23 right via Mike 1 behind Easy 27 Hotel Alpha.
Ryanair 42 Delta Papa, surface winds 260 degrees 9 knots, runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff.
Takeoff, 23 right, runway 4 Delta Papa.
Ryanair 431, welcome to Manchester, right on Alpha, hold Alpha 3.
Right, Alpha, hold Alpha 3, Ryanair 421.
Manchester Tower, good evening once more. Nordic 92 is now established on localizer and glide slope incoming on approach to runway 23 right.
Nordic 902, Manchester Tower, hello. Continue approach runway 23 right. Your number 1?
Continue approach runway 23 right, Nordic 92. Thank you very much.
Okay, line up check this.
Contact Manchester ground 121.
Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is 23 right.
Thank you.
TCAS TR8 and packs 1 and 2 are off. You can see aircraft on final. Let's speed this up a little bit. Noodle says it does look damn well good. It does. It looks very good. Just needs to work more.
Ryanair 42 Delta Papa. Nothing further, I'm afraid. It's Unicom now 122.8. Have a safe flight. Bye bye.
And look at the FPS we're getting now. Lots of aircraft around, and the FPS seems to be very good.
Easy 828 behind the departing company A320. 5 Juliet 1, line up runway 23 right behind.
Behind departing company A320, line up and brake for runway 22 right behind, Easy 828.
Nordic 902, reduced to minimums.
Could you advise on minimums for Nordic 902?
Your slowest
Nordic
speed possible.
902, just reduced to your minimum approach speed.
Yeah, reducing to minimum approach speed. I'm now at about 140 knots. Should I go lower for you?
No, that's fine. Just maintain that. Break, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Surface winds 260 degrees, 9 knots from A23 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 23 right, Easy 27 Hotel Alpha. Okay, takeoff.
Good evening, Manchester Tower. Emirates 101 established on the ILS. 23 right.
Emirates 101, Manchester Tower, hello. Continue approach runway 23 right, number 2.
Continue approach number 2.
And your stable set takeoff thrust. Man, flex, SRS, runway, auto thrust blue. Takeoff thrust set. Knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Nav.
Nordic 902, expect late landing clearance. Surface winds 260 degrees, 9 knots.
First climb.
Expect late landing clearance, Nordic 902.
Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, there's nothing further I'm afraid. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a safe flight, Kevin. Bye-bye.
Over to Unicom now for Easy 27 Hotel Alpha, and thanks so much for this service. Good night.
You're welcome. See ya.
Okay, autopilot 1 is engaged at the minute, and we're just passing S speed. Flap 0. Spoilers disarmed. I think this is the best performance I've ever got in the
Surface winds 260 degrees, 9 knots from A23 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared immediate takeoff from A23 right, Easy 828.
It looks superb, doesn't it? Absolutely superb. No ATC. So, usually out of Manchester, aircraft will get cleared to a flight level 190. So, we will do the same. And 190 blue, standard pressure, thrust climb. Packs are back on as well now. yeah, that view there was actually my view for the full 3.5-hour flight there and back up to Katila a couple of weeks ago. Although the weather tonight looks a lot better. So we will see. Let's see if we can get into Amsterdam. Amsterdam was a big airport. We've got flight hamper scenery in there, so it's very detailed. Quite busy as well, I believe, with lots of air traffic too. DJ Arch, how do you get the cost index? The cost index is on your operational flight plan. Like 10,000 feet. Lights off. Don't need those on either. Cost index 0. RadNav page. We can clear this out. Second flight plan. Copy active. Kill Sierra says the night lighting looks amazing. It does, and this is where 2024 honestly really does shine. Why have I still got landing lights shown? Okay, all looks nice and stable. Let's seatbelt signs off. Daniel says to fly sample work on 24, you had trees on the taxiway the last time you were on 24. Well, we're not landing on that runway, fingers crossed. We can't land on 24. They never use that runway for landing. I would like to use the EFB, but I don't.
871 Delta Zulu, turning to intercept the localizer 23 right. Match to traffic.
Oh, you mean Flight Sim 24? I guess we will find out together. Yeah, Noodle Doodle. So 3060. That's my graphics card, and like you've just said, I think it looks amazing for a 3060. You know, I'm not running the best graphics settings, not by a long shot. But it works. I think that looks awesome. No, is the overlay broken? Oh yeah. Okay, let me see if I can fix that for you. That often breaks when the sim crashes. GD says the ground vehicles in Flight Sim 24 still want to commit suicide. They do. Something I thought they might have fixed, but no. Right, is the overlay working now? That should be better for you. Is there a reason why all flights heading south have to right turn on takeoff and take a north? Yeah, noise out of Manchester. You mean that's a noise abatement thing. Peter, how many memberships do I need to give in order to get me to give IVAO a try sometime during 2025? Oh, Peter, why are you on it? I mean, you gift enough anyway, mate. You don't need to gift anymore. So, I might have to try that. I've never done IVAO. Is it? I'm assuming it's the same as. I'm assuming it's the same as as V-Pilot. Right, so we've got no air traffic control. We're just basically doing what we get in real life at this point. So flight level 190. We're at flight level 190. We're going to go flight level 35. Then we're getting cleared ourselves up to. Our final cruise, so first climb up 350 blue. So Peter, you control Copenhagen approach on IVAO. Interesting. Master caution cancel. We might have to come and visit you at some point then, Peter. How come you chose IVAO and not VATSIM? Was that just because it's so difficult to get onto VATSIM? Which it is. Trying to actually get trained to use it is ridiculous, although I would hope you would need very little in terms of the ATC side of it. Should be running the show. Elliot says, when everything is working and the server gods are in our favour, this thing looks spectacular across most of its preset graphics settings. I'm looking to be on a 40 series and it's incredible. It is. Andrew, I'm using default Flight Sim 24 traffic. I'm going to have to turn it off, which is a real shame. No, I'm not, because I'm on VATSIM, so you don't want that. But I do want live traffic for maritime traffic. And this is one thing that really bugs me, that it's, if you want live traffic, it clumps it all together. You have to have live traffic turned on if you want ship traffic. Now, you can turn off viewing airport traffic and airborne traffic, and I have got that turned off. But I have got my maritime traffic turned on, and I think that's what it's struggling to get, which is really annoying. Vuti says the graphics in 24 are just rubbish, they're all out of focus. Really? Can't say I agree with that too much. One of the things I don't like is to see how sometimes the lights sort of have to appear. Hang on, if I do this. Maybe go over the other side. Yeah, now watch all the street lighting appear. There you go, see it? I don't like that. That never used to do that in Flight Sim 2020. Up until one of the sim updates when they did it to try and improve performance, I'm guessing. John, you're coming over to PC from Xbox. Any advice greatly appreciated. I guess it depends on why you're making the move, John. If you're doing it to get realistic hardware and setups, that's the best thing about it. Tony, ever tried the Real Turbulence mod? I've not, no. Kilo, I'm looking forward to the wing MCDU. There's a few MCDUs coming out at the moment. We're going to review them all. There is a brand new one, which I'm literally sat looking at, and I've yet to install it because I've not had a chance yet. Maybe tomorrow or the day after, get a video on that. We've also got Wingflex MCDU, and we've got Wingwings MCDU. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they all work. Peter, when you first started Flight Sim, you had a run-in with an air traffic controller on VATSIM on Copenhagen's approach. He did an awful job. When I tried to give him a few pointers, it was told to on disconnect. Okay, maybe he doesn't work there. Elliot says ultra off-screen pre-cache can remedy that. Elliot, mine is, I think. I'm almost certain it is. Noodle graphics settings. I have a video showing my graphics settings on YouTube if that is useful for you. And that's what we're flying on. Saber Gamer, I hope you have a safe flight as well. Dequiz Diaz, I have internet speed far slower than that. Far slower than that, so your internet speed will be absolutely fine. You've no need to worry. Sean, does the auto FPS seem to help with crash to desktops? I can't even remember if mine's turned on, to be honest with you. Kuba, do we get more FPS in the Fenix in 24 or 2020? Definitely 2024. This is as smooth as it comes. And it never used to be this smooth in the Fenix, particularly. Oh, it did at this altitude, you know, we're at 28,000 feet, we're still climbing. We've just passed Doncaster down there, I think. Somewhere. Yeah, Doncaster's down there. In fact, it's there, look. There you go. That's Doncaster Airport. Yeah, so at this altitude, you used to get decent FPS, it was okay. But on the ground, like as we were at Manchester with lots of traffic around, the FPS was definitely worse in 2020 than it was here tonight in Flight Sim 2024, so definitely an improvement there. Epic sent, is Phoenix better than the fly-by-wire? You mean, is it worth $50? Oh, Epic, if you like the fly-by-wire A320, you will love the Fenix A320. 100%. Yes, they're the same aircraft, but honestly, they're like chalk and cheese in terms of realism. Good night, old novice. Safe flight tomorrow when you do it for real. Hopefully the airport will be open. Paul, you've got the WinWing FCU center panel, and you can't get any JavaScript errors even after updating the firmware. Try mode flight and its flaws. I've heard a few people say they don't like the WinWing, whatever app it is called that it uses it. I'm not a fan of either, to be honest. I've not had the best experience with it. I do find it very clunky, but I don't use WinWing hardware. I use WingFlex hardware. Paul, how much VRAM do you have? Where's Dark Fury? Where's my MOC? He'll tell you. I'm running the 3060, so I think it's 12. I think. I'm not sure. Right, let me have a look at the charts for the arrival then. Here we go. So we're still climbing at the minute, but it's a short flight. We know Amsterdam pretty well though, so it's not going to need to be a huge brief. But yeah, Lampso to Alpha. So Lampso needs to be below 2-3. So we've got Lampso, Etpos, then Sugo. Let's just check coding. Lampso at top Sugo, and then from there we've got that's 27. Which basically takes us from Sugo over here, over the airfield, around and in. If ATC's online, they might give us a slightly different vector, but that is the plan. Let's have a look if we've got any ATC online for Amsterdam. Don't know if we have. We had earlier on in the evening, but they might have all gone offline now. Towers online.
Ability 10 kilometers or more. View clouds at 2,500. 4,400 meters. Temperature 6. Dew point 2. QNH 990 hectopascal. Operational report. Contact approach and arrival call sign only. No invocation and flow procedures shall be applied. Acknowledge information hotel. This is Schiphol Information Hotel. Main landing runway 27. Main departing runway 24. Transition level 50. Wind 240 degrees. 17 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. View clouds at 2,500. 4,400 meters.
Okay, so that's the information I was after. We're on runway 27, so that's fine. And Peter, mate, gifted another. That's 20 memberships. What a way to kick off our new year, Peter. Thank you so much. Very, very generous of you, gifting 20 Easyjet in Pilot channel memberships to our community today. Incredible. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that, Peter. We're definitely going to have to meet up on IVO, I think. We will. I'm going to have to work out how to get that working. Mac, I'll cruise, and that's us done. Yeah, I like runway 27, Christian. Short taxi indeed, particularly to the stands that we're on at hotel. It's my preference. Let's quickly just nip through this chart. Then I say we don't need a massive brief for this. So, platform altitude 2,000 feet. It's a normal 3-degree flight path angle. PAP is also 3 degrees. 45-minute wide runway. Simultaneous approaches may be used. So, that. Just check the coding as well, and let's go fill in the box. Let's do any rival performance check then. We're now at cruise, so back to Costa X4. Okay, so runway 27. It wasn't raining or anything like that in the METAR, so I think we've got dry runways, which is fine. Landing weight is going to be what? 57, 58, 59, 60.7. Sorry, 60.3, 61. Call it 61.5 tons with a shortcut. That's conservative. Right, so 61.5 tons. We'll do flap 3 landing. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Lovely. We'll take all of that. So onto the perf page. Fill this in. QNH is 990 hectopascal. So temperature is +6. Winds were 23017. We're going to feel that. Transition altitude, where's my charts go? Transition altitude 3,000. And minimums for Cat 1, 190. Oops! Shall we not? 136 for the VAP speed, not 190. I mean, I know I want to roll all the way to the end of the runway just because it makes it easy for the taxi, but probably best we don't do that. Oh, excuse me. Saab Gamer Mate, thank you so much for your channel membership. Really appreciate that. And yeah, well, hopefully we can enjoy the flight together if we manage to switch down without an issue. But really appreciate that, Sam. DJ, do I know if airlines have a certain cost index, or does it change every time? A lot of airlines use specific cost indexes all of the time, depending on the jet that they're flying. So EasyJet, for example, is cost index 4 most of the time. I haven't seen an OFP that hasn't been index 4 for a while now. Prior to COVID, they used 6, sometimes 8, but now it's 4. Free Your Finances, great video. Any chance you could do a tutorial for beginners on understanding everything you're doing? Right, Free for Finance. So there is a full tutorial series on my channel for flying the Airbus A320 that literally takes you from the ground to shutdown and talks about everything that we're doing. And of course, then watching these live streams gives you a chance to ask questions, interact, and I can obviously help you then wherever I can. Jack the Simmer, thank you so much for the follow. John, by streaming tonight and only a 30 megabyte download speed, surely using FlightSim 2020 would be a better option tonight. I don't want to use 2020, I want to use 2024. Is that bad? I know it's bad. I really, really want to use 2024. Jack the Simmer, you're in the Phoenix after pushback with GSX, you can't move, or taxi. Is there a tug still attached? Do you still have nose wheel steering disconnected, shown here? No problem for your finance. Right, let's quickly brief the arrival then. Okay, so just have a quick look at the arrival charts. We're going to start going down in a minute. But as I said, this we know Amsterdam pretty well, so we don't need to over-brief this, and that's a danger lots of pilots have. Is something that they, if you don't need to mention it, don't. There's no need. Is that? Oh no, it's not. I thought it was ATC. It's not. So we're coming in Lambda 2 Alpha. We've got the top descent coming up very shortly. We want to be below flight level 230. We'll check the code for that. That's fine. Just going to plan mode then and make sure then what we've actually got that matches up with what we're expecting. So that then takes us straight over Amsterdam. Yeah, and then back out over full round for the ILS approach, which is nice and straightforward. And as we're coming in, very low MSA, as you can see there, 1,800 feet it will be for us, and then on the approach for ILS 27, which is our approach this evening. Come on, chart, wake up. There you are. Yep, so transition altitude 3,000 feet, platform altitude will be 2,000 feet, minimum is 190, another 3 degrees centigrade. So nothing nothing out of the ordinary about that. Once we've landed, then we're going to roll right to the end, vacate to the left, park on the hotel taxiways, which you're all familiar with, I'm sure. Right, that's top of descent. Let's get down. Third saddle, up descent, and 200 blue. Down we go. Wasp, the UK waiting list for VATSIM ATC training is huge, isn't it? Absolutely huge. Just got a message come through. So no ADC required. Even with a crash to desktop, no ADC required. It's almost like we planned for it. Evidence, does the weather radar work? No. No, it doesn't. Not in the Phoenix, anyway. So let's just get a fixed info on here. EHAM. Oh, no. EM27, get a 9 mile radius ring around there, so 3,000 feet as we get to that. I know the platform altitude is 2,000 feet. I don't like using 2,000 feet for my radius rings. That would be 6 miles, because by that point I need to be I need to be flaps 2, 180 knots, and I prefer just to have that little buffer. Aim for 3,000 feet, and that's sort of 9 miles, 3,000 feet, flaps 1. You're looking then to start pulling 180 knots. So I prefer that. No tug, chocks are off, Jack the Simmer. What if you're in the Phoenix aircraft? What about cones? Have they been removed? There must be something stopping you. I can't work out what that could be. Vortex Viewer said VATSIM got a big shout out the other day on Big Jet TV. He needs to... Can you imagine if he did a stream in the flight sim where he's usually stood but watching VATSIM traffic? Can you imagine what that'd be like? I'd fly into Heathrow for that. Hi FlySim X, good evening sir, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Might need to wind that speed up. I'm not catching up to the profile here. Yeah, it's full speed. There we go, we can start to see that making a bit more sense now. Paul says streaming between the horses. Yeah, exactly. Probably get that in Flight Sim 24. Jack the Zimmer, cones. So on the EFB there is a page, on the ground page, for cones. They need to be removed as well. GD says he was in a 327 while his nephew was a VATSIM ATC and flying broadcaster live. That's cool. 7 o'clock. Thank you for the follow. So our profile's looking fine now. It's looking good. GD Jerry was louder than the engines. I don't doubt that. I'll fly some X, yeah, feel free to message me. That's not a problem at all. So then guys, why has Flight Sim 24 seemed to work flawlessly when we've not had Say Intentions running? I love Say Intentions. I absolutely adore the cabin crew. I think it's brilliant. I even like their air traffic control when there's no VATSIM ATC around. So... Anyone use Flight Sim 24 and Say Intentions and still have issues? Paul says don't jinx it now. Vortex Fury is a £12 million simulator. Can you imagine if that thing crashed? Oh, I'm sure it crashes regularly. Not through bad pilot training, but through pilots doing dumb things during their off time. I do know of a certain pilot who's flown one of those D-level sims under the sky bridge at Gatwick. Yeah, well, we'll have a quick chat with Ryan afterwards and see if there's any issues that they're aware of. Right, speed alt start, we're going to continue it down. Thrust idle 11% and 70 blue. I'll fly SimX, mate. That's really kind of you. Gifting 5 Easyjet Simpilot channel memberships. Really generous of you. Thank you so much, mate, for that. Welcome to our new channel members. Lots of new channel members coming in tonight. Thanks to our amazing community. Remember, join our Discord server, get into the VIP rooms as well. And check out some of the members on the streams from last year too, where you will see me crash. GD, has anyone had the courage to ask their other half to dress up as a flight attendant? Probably throw the drink over me if I did. A little bit of turbulence there, not sure if you noticed that. So we've got a nice tailwind at the moment as well, so like 30, 40 knot tailwind. So just need to be aware of that as we're going down. Siggy GSX installs everything for you automatically, so no issues there. Andy Pilson 20 says he had the same issue as Jack the Simmer with regards to the Phoenix not taxing. Are you using the Thrustmaster throttle quadrant? If so, make sure to only bind and set engine master 1, 2 to your engine switches and nothing else. Ah, that is true, because one of them was the brakes by default. Not quite sure who at Zobo thought that was a good mapping. So yeah, definitely Jack the Simmer, make sure you check what everything is bound to with regards to your thrust axes. My thrust axes number 2 for engine number 2 was also the brake. J-Hog, ETA, 15 minutes. 15-20 minutes. Why? Is my aunt wanting to know how long you're going to be? Peter, is the A380 coming back to Copenhagen? Brilliant love-hate relationship. Saber Gamer says I can see a white dot below with this. I'll leave you. Good night, Saber. Philip first says the brake axis is for the pedals. Oh, I know that, Philip, but for some reason mine was by default when I launched FlightSim 2024. My Thrustmaster axis was bound to one of the brake axes. It was ridiculous. We noticed that on a live stream when I was doing a takeoff and my aircraft veered to the left. Right, we're really nicely below the profile now, so speed and back to managed descent. Christian, I don't think any ATCs like the 340. They can't taxi anywhere, they can't climb. I mean, it was a daft aircraft. That was probably the worst aircraft Airbus have ever brought out, and I rarely say anything bad about Airbus. J-Hog, you have to tap your TPR rudder pedals to get the Phoenix to move. Actually, sometimes I have to do that as well, Jack the Sim. I have to tap my rudder pedal brakes. Not quite sure why. Sometimes they sort of stick on. Seatbelt signs on. Seb says to prefer the A340 has a great safety record. Yes, because there's not that many of them. Right, where are we at? Flight over 11. GT, buy her a Virgin uniform, then ask her. There's no answer to that. Brian says, anyone seen the Flight Radar 24 video of the A340 landing in the snow in the Antarctic? I have seen that. Captain HMW's in the chat. Hey, Captain, Happy New Year to you. master caution disregard. (10,000 feet), landing lights on, start reducing speed now 250 as well. Open descent, thrust idle. GD up at 5 AM. Ugh. All I'm hoping for, tomorrow should be a really good day as long as the school is open. Christian says my favourite 340 video is the one with the popular Swiss captain who casually turns off one engine, dumps fuel and munches chocolate while returning to Zurich. I've not seen that, but it sounds fun. Children, yeah, we're on 2-7 tonight.
Support traffic, easy 5-4 Romeo uniform, top of 2 Alpha via Sugo transition, inbound to Gold 5 miles. Passing flight level 111, descending to flight level 070. Skip all traffic.
Okay, so VS 700 and we want local pressure, which is 990, so 3000 blue. And we are going to go direct now to 260, which is there.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your trip.
Skip all traffic, easy 27 Hotel Alpha, inbound Alpha Mike 260, currently 23 miles to the west, speed 250, and we'll be flying the Atlas approach runway 27. Bit of anti-ice now. Okay, so on the approach checklist, so bar of QNH is 990 hectopascals. Seatbelt signs are on, minimums 190. Auto brake not using tonight. Engine mode selector is normal and the EFB is stowed. Oh no! And we didn't make it. That must have been as we were loading in. That had to be as we were loading into Amsterdam. It was obviously pulling in whatever data it needed, and welcome to Amsterdam, guys. Well, I say now with a very heavy heart, guys, I think that's me done for flights from 2024. I can't justify it anymore. I cannot justify it anymore. There's a memory leak, clearly, we know that. Nice to know it wasn't St. Tensions though, so they've been absolved of all responsibility. But we just can't. We can't fly like this. We can't stream like this. Christian says he's going to fly into Amsterdam's flight time tomorrow, see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Elk Chocolate says, come back to 2020. Superior product. The thing is, 2020 isn't a superior product. 2020 is a more stable product. Paul, we indeed did try. AVA, what have you missed? What have you missed? Crashed the desktop at the start of the stream, but they got everything going again. It was working absolutely fine. We were just on final descent into Amsterdam, and poof, gone again. I don't have the patience, and it's such a letdown as well for you guys, isn't it? Because who wants to sit and listen to me chat about another crash to desktop? Doesn't make you want to tear your eyebrows out. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Elliot says it's your community full content it's stuff the sim isn't ready for yet. Is Flight Samper's 2024? Is Flight Samper available for 2024 yet? Paul Nichols says he's not seeing crashes on mine. I've flown into Flying Tampa before Amsterdam in 2024 and it worked fine. Saab says he's going to carry the Spirit onto Hamburg. Oh well, good. Christian says not officially. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe then, what I'm going to do from now on, if I'm going to fly Flight Sim 2024, let's give it the real benefit of the doubt. If I'm going to fly Flight Sim 2024, I'm only going to fly 2024 rated airports. So there's a lot of Inibuilds 2024 airports available. Orbex are pushing plenty of theirs and saying they're compatible with 2024. So we'll see. We will see. But I think Vince might be on the mark. It's a combination of many things. Memory leak, substandard backwards compatibility. Elliot says, yeah, you need to use handcrafted airports or approved updated scenery for sure. Well, Elliot, that will be my plan from here on in, should we try 2024. I still have Flight Sim 2020 on my PC. Of course I do. And Organ says, his 24 works flawlessly. I've not got any third-party sceneries installed, but I use the Phoenix family and it works fine. Maybe that's it. Paul says, let's play GoldenEye instead, multiplayer. Paul, you've just made me feel very old. Sebastian, it is very unstable. And it is also very frustrating. With that though, guys, I now need to check out before I cry on stream. But either way, the first stream of Flight Sim, the first stream of 2025 has now been and gone. I think we can safely say it was not a success. But you guys were all here. My big push for this year, we are getting very close now to 20, no we're not, 40. We're getting very, very close now to 40,000 subscribe 40,000, what am I on about? 50,000 subscribers. We are getting so close. We are currently at, I can give you the exact number, we're at 48,913 subscribers. So we need like 1,080 more, and we will hit the 50k mark, which would be absolutely incredible. So thank you to all of you amazing guys that are already subscribers. If you're not yet a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed seeing my paint tonight, don't forget to hit the like button on our stream tonight as well. A reminder that the Contrail store 10% discount code has been refreshed for Flight Sim for the year 2025. So if you have used that previously, you can now use it again. Use it wisely though, because it'll only be a one-time use again for this year. So definitely worth noting that down and bundling some purchases up together and save more money that way. Don't forget to check out our Inner Builds store as well, and also the cabin crew, which we didn't get to use tonight sadly, but the Say Intentions cabin crew, which is absolutely awesome. Link in the video description down there as well, where you can pick that up as well. Paul, I'm on Windows 10 actually, so I'm not sure if that makes an issue or not. I've never upgraded to Windows 11. Maybe I just need to nuke my entire PC and start afresh, but I'd still download Flight Sim 2020 even if I did that, so never mind. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me tonight. We will of course be back. We will see what happens in the future. We will fly only from authorized Flight Sim 2024 airports from here on in, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Until next time then guys, thank you so much for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and a huge thanks to everyone as well who was gifted Easyjet and Pilot Channel memberships this evening. Really appreciated it. I've been waiting for ages for this stream tonight, so there is a hint of disappointment that we didn't get the result we wanted, but seeing you guys all again has definitely made it worthwhile. Thanks for coming in, and I look forward to seeing you all again on the next one. Good night guys, bye bye.